those comments and we'll get started. So good morning, happy Friday, salute to the sun. So we'll start on all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to start with a cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, exhale, arching up, rounding out the spine, rounding out the shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly, and exhale. Just keep going. Nice deep breaths as you drop the belly and bring the shoulders back. And then breathe that air out as you arch up your spine and drop your nose. And then we're going to rock forwards and backwards. So just working through the wrists, warming up the knees, and we're going to start to drop those hips. So we exhale back, we're going to inhale up, and then exhale, drop the hips, and exhale back. So starting from your child's pose, you're going to drop the head right under, but keep those arms active. So exhale, and then inhale, come up. And then as you exhale, we're bringing the head up, looking to the wall, rolling the shoulders. Knees stay on the ground. And then inhale, and exhale, sit back. Again, pushing the forehead through towards the floor so that you're getting a stretch through that neck. Inhale up, exhale, sinking the hips forward, rolling the shoulders back. Inhale to center, exhale back. From here we're going to walk the hands over to the left and exhale, and then inhale. Walk the hands over to the right and exhale. Inhale to the left, exhale lower, and then inhale over to the right and exhale. Inhale to center, we're going to walk the hands up, we're going to reach up. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, come over to the left. We're on the knees if that's comfortable, or sit on your bum. We are going to come back to child's pose. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. To the left. Inhale to center. Over to the right. Inhale, take the arms up, and then as you exhale, bring the arms wide, squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you, just stretching out that chest, waking up the heart, and then inhale, reach up, and then exhale, walking forwards into child's pose again. And inhale, plant the hands, come into tabletop, exhale, dip the hips forward, roll the shoulders back. And then we're going to inhale, tuck the toes, exhale back into puppy dog. So we're keeping the knees bent, we're pressing the chest through towards the thighs, let the head hang. Inhale, coming through into a plank. Exhale, dropping the knees, rolling the shoulders, coming into that upward dog. And then inhale, tuck the toes, bum back. As you exhale, pressing that chest through. Inhale onto your toes, through into a plank. Exhale, dropping the knees or coming onto the tops of the feet into an upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. Stretching back into a downward facing dog if your hamstrings are ready. If not, keep the knees bent and then start to pedal. So just trying to stretch out each leg at a time. Warming up those legs. Inhale, come onto your toes, come through to a plank. Lower the knees, exhale, sit back into child's pose. Just resting there. Just shaking the hips from side to side. Let's do that little flow again. Just to try and start waking up the legs before we come up into standing. So we're going to inhale, come into tabletop, press the mat away, and as you exhale, lifting up, we're going to pedal through into that downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale, come onto your toes, through into a plank position, and then knees, chest and chin comes down. We're going to come up into upward facing dog. So we're adding in that chaturanga. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze your bum. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Holding it here for a few breaths. Dropping the heels. Pressing the chest through. Nice deep breaths. Inhale, coming through onto your toes. Press the mat away into a plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin to the mat, coming up into coming up into upward facing dog. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, back into puppy dog, keeping the knees bent. Holding for a couple of breaths. Then we're going to inhale, walk the feet towards the hands. We're going to plant the feet down. And fold. Just coming into a forward fold. Knees bent, let the head hang. And then we're going to slowly roll up, coming up to our first mountain pose. So just starting standing, hands on the hips. We're just going to alternate the legs. So just pedaling out the knees, coming onto the toes each time. And then plant both feet flat. We're going to lift up onto the toes and then back down. And then roll back onto the heels so you're lifting your toes up. We're just warming up the feet, the ankles. You can turn the feet out to the sides. So we're getting a little bit, so you come in out like this, almost into a plie. If you ever did ballet, I was never very good at ballet. And then we're going to come into mountain pose. We're going to alternate the legs again. Planting the feet at hip distance apart. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your bum. Pull that belly button in. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, activating the hands. Just going to breathe here for a few breaths. And then we're going to inhale, reach up high. And exhale, release the hands down. So we're doing angels. Inhale, reach up.
As you reach up, look up as well, so you're getting a bit of a back bend, but keep that bum nice and tight. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And a side bend now, so inhale, reach up. Interlace the fingers and then exhale, coming over to the left. We're starting just to keep the hips still. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. So don't move those hips to start with. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale. Open the chest into a back bend. You can look at the where the ceiling meets the wall, or look up to the ceiling. Don't put too much tension through the neck. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, we're softening the knees. We're letting that torso drape down. Nice and slowly. Allowing that torso to come down, allowing the spine to relax. From here, we're going to bring the fingertips to the floor. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. Straightening out the legs and exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. You can bring your hands to your shins or your thighs. And exhale, fold. We're straightening the legs as we come up into that half lift. Inhale. Straightening the legs, pressing the toes in, flattening out the spine. Exhale, fold. One more, inhale. Straightening out the legs, rolling the shoulders. Exhale, fold. Take hold of the elbows. Just going to swing from side to side. Just a little bounce. And then bringing the hands down, we're going to walk the feet out to the sides and bring the bum down. If you can come into a toddler squat, wonderful. If you can't, you're just going to come to here. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, straighten out. Inhale, down. Exhale, opening the knees if you're here. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, fold. You might want the knees soft. You might be able to straighten out the legs. Inhale, coming down. Exhale, pushing the knees out. Inhale, hands down, lifting up. Exhale, fold. And then we're going to slowly roll up as we inhale. Coming up to standing. And we're going to put the two together into a flow. So starting in your mountain pose, ground through your feet. Big toe, little toe, heel pressed flat into the floor. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your bum, pull your belly button in. Roll the shoulders, activate the hands, lengthen the neck, tuck the chin under. Breathe deeply. Okay, from there we're going to inhale, reach high. Send the fingertips up to the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to open the chest, leaning back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Nice and slow, nice and steadily. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bring the hands down onto the mat. You're going to inhale, halfway lift again. If you can keep your fingers on the floor, wonderful.
And then exhale, we're stepping back into a high plank. Hands under shoulders, press the mat away, squeeze everything. Inhale. As you exhale, knees, chest and chin comes down. We're coming up into upward facing dog. Drop the hips forward, roll the shoulders back. Coming onto the tops of the toes or the feet if you want to. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale into puppy dog. Breathe deeply, keeping those knees bent. We're going to inhale, straighten the legs, coming through into plank. Inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to drop back again, but this time into downward facing dog, so heels down. We're going to pedal through those knees, holding it there for a few breaths, nice and deep. Each time we're trying to push the chest towards the thighs, working the heels down towards the floor. Inhale, come onto your toes, coming into a plank position. Exhale, lower the knees and sit back into child's pose. Just rest there, shake the hips from side to side. Keeping the first one nice and steady. Plant the hands, tuck the toes. Coming up into downward facing dog again for 5 breaths. For each exhale, try and sink a little bit deeper. And then inhale, coming onto the toes. Walk the feet to the hands. Plant the feet. Exhale, fold. And then slowly inhale, roll up. Taking the arms up overhead. And exhale down. Okay, let's reset and go again. So ground through your feet. Big toe, little toe, heel. Press flat into the floor. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your bum, roll the shoulders. Activate the hands. Nice deep breaths. I'm going to inhale, reach high. Exhale, open out into a back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, soften the knees and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step your feet back into high plank. Press the mat away, inhale. As you exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Coming up into upward facing dog. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Nice deep breaths here. Inhale, come onto your toes, bend your knees, look forward, step your feet to your hands. And exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly roll up. Take the arms up overhead. And exhale down. Reset yourself. We're going to go again, straight into that. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Step your feet back into high plank. Press the mat away. Inhale. As you exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Coming up into upward facing dog. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Inhale, come onto the toes, bend the knees, look forward, step your feet to your hands. And exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up, arms up overhead.
Exhale down, straight back into it. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step your feet back into high plank. Inhale, as you exhale, knees, chest and chin coming into chaturanga, coming up into upward facing dog. Exhaling there, breathing deeply. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, back to down dog. Letting the head hang, dropping the heels. Breathe deeply. Inhale, come onto the toes, bend the knees, look forwards. Sit your bum back onto your heels, coming into child's pose. Just rest in there for a few breaths. I'm going to slowly come up to all fours and step the right foot forward. So we're going to sink forward and stretch back. So forward here, stretching out the left hip flexor, and then back, lifting up the toes. I'm going to do 3 of these. Inhale, forward. Exhale, sink. Inhale, and as you exhale, coming back, lifting up the toes. Inhale, and then exhale, sink forward. I'm going to bring one hand onto that thigh now. Inhale up, exhale back, lifting the toe. Inhale, coming up, bringing the left hand down, the right hand comes up into a twist. Breathing deeply, pulling the right toe in, the right knee in towards your torso. Inhale, bring the hand down. Exhale, sink the hips forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist, pulling the knee in. Inhale up. Exhale, sink forward. One more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, opening the chest. Inhale up. And exhale forward. I'm going to come onto the toe at the back and plant that foot down. We're going to turn the right foot, so it's at 45 degrees, and then come onto the toe at that side. So we're coming into a side lunge. You can lift up the heel at that side if you want. You're on the toe, fingertips on the floor. If you can pop that heel down without falling over. If you can't, you can put your heel onto a block, gives you a little bit more support. From here, we're going to inhale, lifting the arms, and then exhale, we're going to come over into a side bend. Feeling that stretch down here, it's like your gate pose. Inhale, coming up, bringing the fingertips down. We're going to walk through so that we're coming to the other side, coming onto that toe. Again, if you want, you can pop a block under your heel, gives you a little bit more balance. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, coming over. Lifting that toe up on the right side. Inhale, bring the fingertips down. We're coming over again. Lifting the toe. This time we're going to turn the body to come over that leg. So your right knee is pointing out forward, your left foot is lifting up and you're looking over that toe. Inhale, coming low, like Spider-Man over to the other side. Dropping the heel down, lifting the toe up. Inhale, turning to look over that right leg. pushing the left knee out. And then inhale. Twisting yourself around, bringing that knee back down and sit back into child's pose. So we're going to come to all fours. I'm going to step the left foot forward and we're sinking forward. And then inhale to centre and exhale, sinking back, lifting up the toe. Inhale, exhale, sink forward. Inhale and exhale, lifting the toe, sinking back. And then we're going to come forward, we're bringing the right hand down. We're going to take the left arm up, inhale. As you exhale, open out into that twist, pulling the knee in. Inhale up. Exhale, sink forward. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Inhale up. Exhale, sink forward. One more, inhale up. Exhale, open. Inhale up. Exhale, sink forward. Take the foot back. Bring the knees nice and wide. Toes together. We're going to sit back into a wide leg child's pose. Bringing the forehead down. Just resting here. And we're going to walk the hands in. Staying on the knees if you can. Inhale, reach up. Exhale over to the left. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale up. Walk the fingertips forward, lifting the hips, coming into melting heart. Inhale there. Exhale. Sink into that melting heart, nice and strong through the upper body. You can bring the forehead down if it's causing any discomfort on the neck. We're going to inhale, walking the hands back in, reach up. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to centre. Exhale over to the right. Inhale to centre. Exhale, walking the hands forward, lifting the hips onto the fingertips, and exhale down. Really try and squeeze the shoulder blades. I'm going to plant the hands, push the bum back onto the heels, and just rest there in child's pose. Knees are still wide. Hi Spencer, have you been for a walk? Yeah? Hello. Oh, there's a nice upward facing dog and a downward facing dog and a cat pose. Well, you didn't need me, did you? And roll up. Bring your hands to prayer. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me. And Spencer at the end. Thank you, Spencer. Yeah, you can come and say bye to everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel energised. Spencer's been out for a walk and he's just come back in to tell me that we're done. So thank you so much. Have a lovely weekend. I will hopefully see you all on Monday at 7 p.m. for Hatha Yoga, not in the village hall, in the dining room, or the yoga room as it now is. Thank you so much everyone for joining me. Have a great weekend. Please feel free to use the videos that are on there, the many hundreds of videos that we've got on there, to just keep moving over the weekend, get yourself outside, get some fresh air. Namaste. Thank you so much everyone. Take care.